one come in. Will Dia go towards the Roadhog and allow XPG to play that? That's a big fat no, actually. It's going to be the Mei and McCree combo here.
And Yumu, so they're running double support with Yumu and Eagle, but they're running XPG on Mei, funny enough. So actually switches things up even further, where usually XPG is kind of like a Zenyatta player for the team, but that quick kill coming through, Mei now does take down Zim, eliminates at least one of the men that was coming their way, and that means they're going to have a nice little decent hold for a little bit of time while the respawns come back in. Let's break down their comps a little bit more. I think Snake, they don't want to fight back on the point. They want to fight up close and personal to allow this Reaper to be really successful with these walls coming through to give him a position where he can take down someone 1v1, or obviously have like a 5v1 kind of fight if your Reinhardt is out of position. But Tenku's had relatively good games so far, so I imagine he's not going to get caught out, and they use the Mei themselves with XPG to buy a little bit of time, but I don't know if it's necessarily the best position.
No, both of these walls actually coming out from these Meis, creating a very different, interesting game state, and sort of the way that they changed the battlefield here. Now, no one really getting that key pick off early on here, so Snake's going to back away a little bit. They keep taking a lot of damage from afar there. Has to be careful. There's going to be a Blizzard coming into the site. That's not from Key either. That is going to be coming from XPG here. He himself getting cut down quite low, and now Dia taking his chance to jump down from on high and get the fan hammer in.
Oh, he's going to be taken down though. I don't think he has much of a chance. But Anna comes in last second. The Blizzard's going to be buying a lot of time, but he gets boosted into space. Key is going to fall. Dia still escapes that one. With enough men here, this should ideally be a take for Vici. They're kind of trickling one by one Snake to buy some time. He even gets the flashbang kill on his Zay before the sound barrier comes off, and actually might have been a good trade for him. Considering when they come into the next attack, he's going to have that available.
I think so. His eyes probably happy with that one, because it only would have been himself to benefit from it. Zim just died prior to it, so no, sorry, 700, sorry. So it would have just been a stalling mechanic if anything else. And he's probably happy enough to have it when the fight counts. Now, how much time have Snake had to set up here? Not a lot. They still need to take the elevator, but the Reinhardt shield there will make that a lot easier. They will have to cede control of the far side over here as Ming now drops back. But we're going to see them fighting over the plank here on the top side. I mean, Mao can join his team back with the teleport here. This is incredible stuff that Snake is so adamant on contesting this high ground. They push Vici right off.
Yeah, very big ultimates available to be used, but you look on Vici's side, and they're pretty much sitting on almost all 6, while XPG is the one man when to get his back up on and running. And I think Mao's going to be able to transition back towards the high ground again. Not really have too much pressure up against him. It comes down to, I think, who throws his ultimates on correctly. Like Dia, if they drop into him, this is going to be really troublesome. If that shield falls, if somehow Punga can't keep it up, it's going to be really troublesome when it comes to this setup.
Dia wants to try and send him one up. The wall comes in just in case. The Earthshatter, though, as well. Maybe a bit of a miscommunication there. 700 still falls, but Dia's forced to expose himself to the charge frontally there, coming through. He's able to back away here. Safe positioning, getting killed up by the Ana, now back on full health, and that's Vici actually winning out the war of attrition here. Getting rid of Kick so early on in the fight. Now pressure on towards Pungay. That's massive progress now for Vici coming up.
Well, considering they use a sound barrier and mana boost onto Dia to keep him alive, that somehow still goes their way, because that's how impactful this man is on this team. That's how much of a big playmaker he is, and that's how much Vici, more importantly, depend on him to hit the shots, to make the plays happen for them to have a successful game.
I'm really interested to see how this works out now. Fate switching off the Zenyatta, which he's often reluctant to do. He reminds me of Forsaken as a Zenyatta player, really, really good. But I haven't seen much of his Ana so far. He's had to make the switch here, so we'll see how it plays in.
This Blizzard's going to be huge out of XPG. You can see him rushing straight through to drop it straight down, and Dia takes down Fate, so that Ana's not going to have any sort of side for us, at least when it comes to this attack, and this should just be a whitewash. Vici having no problems taking down every single member of Snake.
Yeah, I mean, Mao's going to struggle there as well. No easy targets for him to kill. Yeah, Fate walks out of the gate and gets picked off almost instantly there. It's not a great start for him switching over towards Sana, and no one from Snake's going to be around to see Vici even get to this checkpoint. That's how dominant they've been in these last few fights. So Snake lacking the staying power here to actually be able to hang around and fight off here, and 700 getting picked off there on the back foot.
To be fair, let's think of how Snake actually played on King's Row earlier on and how they played against Energy on this map. They had a really slow start in defending. They couldn't actually put up a stalwart defense, but when it came to this final area, they drained, I think, 3 to 4 minutes of time off of Energy that actually only forced it down to 45 seconds, where Vici didn't even stand a chance. Obviously, they had so much more time when they played against them just before, so you can't count Snake out just yet. But you also can't necessarily depend on this always happening for your team to have a successful defense at the end.
Well, it's going to be a Blizzard coming in to start this fight up here. That one came from Key, and Dia trying to go for the flash there, but Key quickly getting towards Ice Form. Now, trying to pressure forward, he's put towards sleep, but that's going to be the easiest kill that Dia's ever had. Good Earthshatter coming in there, but the shield was up, I believe, at the time. Dia as well, uncontested out towards the side. Shield being up here for Tenku still, and Dia would be so safe from behind. I've said his name about 3 times in the last 5 sentences. Firstly, we respected him. Secondly, he's been able to stay alive and do so much damage here, but still Vici will be forced back, and a good decision by them here. No point feeding ultimates or burning any any of theirs when they don't have the full roster ready to fight.
That was also the Nana boost Fake put onto Meng Mao, but he wasn't able to accomplish anything. The Graviton Surge is going to buy some time, but there's no follow-up. That ultimate being completely wasted. Now Dia's miss his Deadeye onto Meng Mao is able to shift away from that one, but he has Death Blossom. He's not going to have a chance. Gets flash banged up, and Vici are on the move.
That was really nice. The wall came up to block the follow-up from that one, and also the Biotic Grenade just in case. Perfect response from Vici, and it didn't cost them any ultimates. That's the most important part. They trade an ultimate from the enemy for none of theirs. Now the flash comes in. Dia really follows up quite nicely on the flashbang plays. Wall comes up, and Key not able to use it to escape there, and maybe changes his pathing somewhat. But again, the fact that it was still watching Dia means he hasn't died. No one's really able to focus him down. This guy's got so much freedom over the battlefield, and now it just pushes ahead. Meng Mao is going to set up on the high ground here. There's not going to be a nano boost available for him. There may not even be his eye shield really. He's going to try and get it done the old-fashioned way here, and he gets himself the 1 kill. Eventually we'll have to fall there, and he can't expect much more.
And Dia off to the side is still able to do some work. He's got the Deadeye available. He's not going to get slept up, but he's taking out to 70 HP. He gets a kill on a Key actually on the Mei off towards the side somehow.
He didn't intend to get that.
At all, but he's going to take it sure as hell. And the payload is actually being contested for now, and Vici need these reinforcements quickly. They have Zim with the Graviton Surge available, but Tank has already been taken down. They don't have the Earthshare. They don't have the frontline defense, and he will fall. And I just wanted to point out, the fight before this, you can see Snake's urgency to somehow throw something in to hold, because Isaiah got nano boost on the Lucia. On accident, obviously, but they needed to do something to drag on the time.
The targeting can be a bit funny with Anna sometimes there as well. I mean, sometimes kill the wrong person, or yeah, you know, we can accept that. Yeah, this is a super aggressive solo mission coming through. He does get shielded up eventually now, and it's going to be a charge drawn out of the Reinhardt. It's going to be Pungay trying to go there and try and get Zim up against the wall, but it doesn't really work out. Now Meng Mao jumps headfirst in towards the Blizzard just as it expires, but he's forced straight into Wraith form immediately now. There's a lot of Vici players for him to deal with, but he only has eyes for Dia. It would kind of be romantic if it wasn't such a gruesome end to that McCree. And now Meng Mao got to be jumped on. He's surrounded on all sides by opponents here, but Isaiah trying to help him out as well. And it seems this is going to be enough to stall just a little bit longer for Snake. 1 minute 12 minutes remaining.
700 had some amazing shields there too. He pops onto Meng Mao at the end of his Wraith form, knowing he's like, I don't need the energy from you. I just need to keep you alive. Because you can do the damage for a team. You can help stall this one. And he's done just that. 1 minute remaining. Snake have quite a few ultimates to use, the Graviton Surge and the Death Blossom, and Vici are still looking for some way to successfully finish off this attack. It might come off the back of Dia, and Yumu pairing together with the nano-boosted McCree.
Maybe. I mean, we've seen him do it before. Vici have gone for that strategy, but now the wall's going to come up Key. That's going to allow them to actually get on towards XPG. He's caught off the rest of his team. Graviton Surge is available here for the side of Snake, but they're not using it. Oh, it's a 3-man Deadeye coming straight through there. Will it be enough? And then Meng Mao managed to jump in and shut Dia down very quickly. Now he's going to break dance his way to victory, or at least that's the plan for Snake. Gets himself a couple kills there. Tank you as well. Utilizes the chaos to swing the hammer straight for the fence. And Vici somehow, as the smoke clears, they're the only man on this payload. They're going to get it done. Surely. 700 jumps in. Graviton Surge comes on. He has to back away, but now the Blizzard comes in towards the point, and Snake can contest this.
Oh, somehow with the nano boost, he gets the speed he needs with the Blizzard. The Graviton Surge. Is Snake going to do all they can prevent Vici from finishing this map? The pressure's on. Vici have nothing to get back to this payload. They don't have a Tracer anywhere near to actually stop this one, and that's going to do it. They're not going to touch it. Zim is not quick enough. And somehow that nano boost, that speed out of 700 to cut those corners perfectly. He was in a racing game for a second there, trying to get the fastest lap on the score. Touches the payload in time, and they hold on. Snake have prevented.
Yeah, not even holding on there as well. The fact that, you know, the Graviton Surge was available immediately there, was let go by 700, and there was follow-up. There was actually people coming out of spawn enough to actually make use of the Graviton Surge, a fight that Snake were able to win. You're mad right now if you're Vici. You are mad as heck. That's not the result you want. To be fair, we still need to see Snake finish the entire map. I mean, that's obviously kind of goes without saying. The payload was bang on the point. Like, I don't even know how close it was. Tantalizingly close. And it's frustrating for Vici as well, but they know that they can full hold teams. We saw what they were able to do to unsolved stuff up on this point. They held them in the Wild West phase. We'll see. I mean, we saw some very aggressive attempts here for Vici to break the deadlock. It seems like they weren't quite sure on how to get those last couple of meters in until sort of just towards the end. So they squandered a lot of time that would have helped them get across the line and wouldn't have forced them into such a scrabble for the finish line.
They tried a lot of different strategies, like Dia running into the back line off to the side on McCree by himself, basically. But the trailer was kind of in his way to really make much happen off of that. But my question is, what is it about Snake that they can't hold first point, they can't hold the second phase, but when it comes to the final point, they can put up a good defense? Why can't they do that earlier? What is it about this final section that they always seem to really show up at?
Well, it's funny because, I mean, using King's Row as an example as well of a map where they did exactly that. They held on the Foundry. It's the only time they've been able to set up a lot of these maps. You see, Snake invested a lot of players, I guess, a lot of heroes into trying to take the high ground control, but it sort of put them in potentially compromising positions and forced them to over. Look at this. The map's pretty much done. I don't know how that's not finished. It must have been like just a minute amount there, but that is it. So only 2 checkpoints come up here, and now it's going to be a matter of Snake trying to match that or beat it, ideally.
Yeah, Snake, I would say like their attacking phases haven't necessarily been too outstanding. They've tried like a lot of fair with keys, for instance, on Nvani and such, but it hasn't been super impressive. But they're still going to be running the Ana this time. They're going to be still sticking with her, and they have 700 on the Roadhog, which can change the way fights can go with just one hook and using the wall to actually boost them up immediately onto the high ground, even though they will be zoned out by the opposing wall. It's not a bad start for Snake, but they haven't really had the opportunity to actually force a fight just yet.
No, I mean, that's because Vici's look at them backing up here as well. And then they might do what they did to Energy and just try and make sure the Snake can't have the high ground. They'll challenge that constantly. Wall comes up here and there at 700, the first pick on towards Yumu. That's exactly the start the Snake are hoping for here. And with how durable their lineup is, that's just a massive advantage with the Reaper off the map. Great little wall away. You can see Dia can't get to the point. He's going to jump in over the top here. Hopefully it won't be too late for the rest of Vici, but now the wall comes out. He's looking for Fate. That's all he can really focus on right now, and he's going to be able to get the freeze up pretty comfortably here. Vici winning that fight hardcore. It's going to be Uzziah and the 700 to fall down, and they should be able to push on and take this one.
Yeah, actually really smart by idea just to go to the high ground, realizing, well, I'm not going to break this wall in time, and they get a decent blizzard to actually zone you out, and you saw Fate there, like, he was stuck between either getting frozen by Mei one-on-one and dying, or jumping into the blizzard and trying to get a last heal or two off before dying, and as you saw, the decision still led to death out of him. But they have the nano boost this time, and even after 700, getting the pull on a Yumu, who was such a key player for
a triple tank comp, that is the exact pick you want, and they still weren't able to capitalize on it now. Good response from Dia. The wall comes up. Now this might force Snake back on towards a low ground and have to sort of not worry about Dia for the moment. But you're right, that nano boost is available, and you know who the main candidate is going to be here. More than likely, we'll be still on towards Pangay here.
I would imagine, or they're using it onto the whole hog, got a 700 pair with the Graviton Surge, which is coming up momentarily. Earthshatter comes through. I think it connects on maybe one person, but that's not enough. Knocks Cesar away. He doesn't get the charge with the Blizzard. It's going to force him to get frozen and stuck in the ground.
Yeah, that's
into the wall now.
But that's the response to the nano boosted Reinhardt in this day and age anyway. And now Yumu getting himself 2 kills. Another good hold here for Vici so far. This is exactly what they need. They're going to solidify. They're not allowing Snake to actually build up any sort of momentum or ult advantage for that matter. Now Yumu's going to come back into this one with the Death Blossom available, and even the Transcendence for XPG is going to be very, very important, especially if we're going to see Meng Mao elect to try and use that Graviton Surge without any guaranteed follow-up in offensive ultimates.
Yeah, they don't have the Reaper, they don't have the whole hog, they don't have the Earthshatter, they don't have even a Blizzard at the moment though.
But you've only got a minute 28, you know?
Yeah, you don't have time really to work with here, and they need to get a cheeky kill, and he was able to just kind of control this high ground with him and Dia together, who picks up a kill on Isaiah. Like, this is not looking good. They have just over a minute to go, and they have to finish the entire map basically to pick up this 1-0 victory.
Yeah, and it's like you get a pick as Vici and you put a wall up in front of Snake. They've got 5 players, and then they don't really have a good approach. More often than not, they're going to have to back away. But as they start to run out of time now, as we start to get towards 1 minute, they're actually going to have to try and make something happen with just 5 players and maybe a less than ideal access route towards this point. Now it's a huge ult advantage for Vici as well. They've been good on holding on to these, but this could be messy. There's going to be about 7 ult to play in this next fight, and it can still be enough for Snake. You can see off towards the side, Yumu going to come in with a Death Blossom. It's going to be a shield, a belated shield, but it's going to be enough anyway. He gets himself 2 kills. He's looking for 1 more towards Fate. He gets healed up amongst that fight. The Blizzard for Snake is to no avail. It's just wasted. No one caught up in that one at all. Yumi's able to sow so much chaos in the ranks of Snake that they aren't even around to collect themselves to make use of that ult, and it's squandered. Just 1 left for Snake. It's just a nano boost here, and they've got 24 seconds.
This Blizzard Earthshatter available for Vici to just stall, just to put in the choke point so you can't actually pass or put on to the point when you're actually skirmishing out with. You need to see whoever gets nano boost to do something. They have to do some work. Kangay, can you hit a great Earthshatter? Can you run past that shield and catch any team out? Is there even enough people there for you to want to go for the Earthshatter? Because you want to catch multiple people to really make it successful. And not to mention 700 getting caught out there at a disadvantage already.
I don't know why he's on his own there. I was hoping maybe for a hook from behind, but the response from Vici was very, very good. Now the Earthshatter comes down with the Blizzard yet again. Shuts the nano boosted Reinhardt right up. It's going to put Yumu in a great position as well. He comes in with a Death Blossom, gets himself 1. Only on towards Meng Mao, but the rest of Vici are just doing more than enough work here. The full hold on the first point is real, and Vici Gaming are exploiting that attacking weakness that you pointed out on Snake, Jason. Was a little bit flimsy for them as well. We've seen them on past maps. And it wasn't going to be enough as well. Good ult advantage, I guess, utilized as well by Vici over the course of those fights, keeping them up their sleeve when they really need.
You know, Dia gets so much credit for his team and is probably one of the most popular Chinese players, but Yumu, he's been doing so much work. He's been kind of like the backbone of the team. I don't even want to say the unsung hero because he's been getting the MVPs, he's been getting the play of the game for the most part. Just
Do you think he's popular? You see Roy. Everyone loves Roy here, but I mean, this is a moment for Dia there as well. And that's the thing, right? Your Reinhardt, getting nano boosted is all well and good, but he's still slow enough and he's still very susceptible to blizzards there as well.